We had all of our doors upholstered by an upholsterer, obviously, and the thing about the van doors is that they're usually white. Now they've got the nice grey vinyl that you can see right over there, but you'll also notice there's still the white surround. That'd be okay, but this was a working van when we bought it, so we're just going to sort of trim it out a bit, and we're going to paint it the same colour as the cabinets, which I'll give you a shot of, and going to spray paint it. So it's going to be interesting. We've got a bit of prep to do. Going to have to mask it all up, going to have to sand, going to have to do a little bit of panel beating because like it was a working van and it got a few knocks.
Oh, so far so good. Teresa's working on the hard one. I think I got the easy one. Teresa's on the other side trying to use a heat gun. But that one just seems to be ripping all the time. Oh, that's my one done.
Hey?
That's my one done.
I'll have to do that.
It just come off in one. I'll do the other one.
Oh, that does look cool.
Yeah, probably take the heat off a little bit. Don't want to burn your fingers. So you can see what I mean about a bit of scratch and dent from previous lives, and I've just got to take the hardware off though. Just going to be a lot easier than trying to mask it up and sand around it. There's the rest of the hardware. This one's got it all going on. I don't know if you can hear in the background, Teresa's taking the sticker off the side sliding door, and there's also a helicopter which is probably got cameras on it for the Gold Coast 500 race that's on this weekend. It's going to be pretty busy. So with the timeline in mind, I'm going to mask it soon, but because I don't really want to be waiting around for bog and all that sort of stuff to dry, I'm just going to hit that with the sander, and on the other side as well. Put some bog on it, just get a bit of a skin on there, start masking it up. By the time I'm finished masking it, she should be good to hit it for a sand and we can get on with it. And sim as I'm going to be doing some sanding, yes, I'm going to use my inverter from the batteries. Why wouldn't I? It's free, the sun's shining. When you're taking things off your van, don't be afraid to take photos before, and don't be afraid to write notes on the parts, which way's up, which way's down, where it's for, because I've forgotten in the past. Pretty easy to do. I started using 100 grit thinking that would do the job, but it just wasn't. It was gumming up, so I just went back to an 80. Don't be afraid to use a coarse grit just to knock the top off. You can always reduce the grit size as you go along. So that's the first run, just a light skim really, rough as guts. I'm certainly not a panel beater, but I'm going to let the sander do all the grunt work here, build it up, knock it down, probably put another skim on, I would not be surprised, and then we're probably ready to put some primer on it. Sanded it with 100, 240 and then 400, and I'm pretty happy with it. It feels good. Feels good enough for me anyway. Like I said, not a panel beater, and I know for a fact that when you go to bare metal, which that is, you're supposed to use an epoxy primer. Well, I've got an acrylic primer, I don't have an epoxy primer, and to be honest I'm not going to get one, but I am going to prime it now for the end of the day while it's well, I don't want any oxidization, whatever. So I'm going to get the primer on anyway, and that way we're all sealed up, and if I seal it on properly, I'm not expecting any problems. Coat number 2. It's all done. Took about a day and a third. All the prep was well over a day, and the painting took about 15 minutes. But you know, there you go. There's painting for you. Let's have a look. All of that trim there was white. I don't know that I would have bothered to go through all of this trouble if they were in good condition, but they weren't. They were pretty scratched and dented. So I'm happy with the result. I bought the paint from Economy Paints in Arundel on the Gold Coast. It's automotive paint supplier. They were really helpful. They knew this stuff, whereas I don't. So that was good. And I used a compressor that I bought for $100 on Gumtree, so you don't have to spend a lot of money. The spray gun is probably where you want to just be a bit more careful, maybe spend even a little bit more money and get something. Mine was $120 from a paint supply shop. You want to like and subscribe.